Santa Ana with more on the
Found dead in an Orange County jail cell is suing the county.
Danny Pham was convicted of auto theft but placed in a cell with an accused double killer. And CBS 2 Orange County reporter Michelle Gili is live in Santa Ana with more on the death of that man and the family's claim against the county. Michelle?
Well, Pat, the precursor to this lawsuit was filed this afternoon by Danny Pham's family. The Orange County Sheriff's Department, which runs all of the jails, isn't saying much except that 5 of its employees have now been put on paid leave ever since that inmate's death.
I mean, part of it almost, it feels like it's not really happening, but it's happening.
3 weeks to the day that Tina Wu found out that her brother Danny Pham was dead in his cell at the Orange County Jail, the family announced they are suing the county.
Yeah, we were shocked and we were questioning like what happened, and definitely, we had lots of questions that weren't being answered. So, we were left with a lot of unknown facts about how he died.
No one has told the Phams how the 27-year-old Westminster man died. What is known, according to his sister and the family attorney, is that Danny was days away from his release after serving time for auto theft, and that he was put in a cell with this man, Marvin Magallanes, who was arrested for double murder. Michael Giusti says Magallanes is likely the killer.
I got an anonymous call yesterday that Danny was in fact killed by an inmate, that he was left for dead on the floor, and that the whole thing's videotaped. So we need this videotape.
The ACLU of Southern California has just put out a report on the Orange County jail system alleging unsafe conditions. Danny Pham's death is the 5th in the system this year, according to Daisy Ramirez, who coordinated the jail's project.
We've heard multiple times in the past people that have been in danger, that are housed in a 2-person cell, that have been beaten by their cellmate and have pressed emergency buttons, and custody staff neglects to respond to those things. Sometimes they don't respond at all.
The Orange County Sheriff's Department is not making any comment on Danny Pham's death. As for the district attorney, it is conducting its own investigation and says its findings will be released as soon as that is complete. Live in Santa Ana, back to you.
Orange County deputies on leave after death of man who shared a cell with double murderer. 5 Orange County Sheriff's deputies are on paid leave following the killing of a convicted car thief who shared a jail cell with an accused double murderer. The Orange County District Attorney's Office as well as the Sheriff's Department are conducting separate investigations into the July 3 death of 27-year-old Danny Pham, who was serving a 180-day sentence for car theft. Investigators from both agencies are looking into, among other things, suspicions that deputies did not check Pham's cell in a timely manner, the Register has learned. Pham's family in Westminster also wants to know why he was placed with Marvin Magallanes, an Anaheim man who confessed in May to killing 2 transients and whose mental capacity was questioned by a judge. Pham did not have a history of criminal violence in Orange County. The district attorney's office is conducting a criminal homicide investigation, while the sheriff is looking at whether deputies followed internal procedures. Both agencies declined comment on Friday. The placement of Pham with Magallanes could violate jail protocol. Jail officials classify inmates into various housing locations depending on their past confinement history, current charges, criminal sophistication, and a host of other indicators, according to the sheriff's website. The purpose of the classification system is to minimize the risks to staff and inmates. Pham was found dead in his cell by a jailer making a food delivery. He died with less than a week left on his sentence, his attorney said. Authorities have not released the cause of death or said if Magallanes is a suspect. Pham's death came less than a week after the American Civil Liberties Union of Southern California blasted Orange County's 5 jails for excessive violence, harsh treatment of mentally ill prisoners and unhealthy living conditions. The ACLU specifically criticized jail deputies for not routinely conducting mandatory floor checks, in which deputies walk the floor to see inmates. Interviews with former inmates revealed that surveillance camera blind spots resulted in poor supervision of certain prisoners and allowed jail violence to go unnoticed and unchecked, according to the ACLU report. Formerly incarcerated individuals disclosed that deputies seldom conduct floor checks, which exacerbates already poor supervision of certain units due to housing configuration and inadequate cameras. The group called for Sheriff Sandra Hutchins to step down. Hutchins, the same day as the ACLU's scathing report, announced her retirement in 2018. She said her decision had nothing to do with the ACLU's criticism, and downplayed the report as one-sided and flawed. The report, based on a 2-year investigation by the ACLU, included interviews and reports from 120 recent OC inmates and others. It established a pattern of denial and indifference among county jailers. The report notes that despite years of complaints of violence and poor conditions in the Orange County jail system, Hutchins and the County Board of Supervisors have turned a blind eye to this abuse and misconduct, and no deputy has ever been formally charged in an incident of prisoner abuse by jail personnel. In addition, the report said inmate-on-inmate violence within the jails increased between 2010 and 2014. There were 524 assaults in 2010, compared with 772 in 2014, the report states. The Sheriff's Department has also failed to implement recommendations by the last 6 grand jury reports, which uncovered the need to upgrade antiquated and ineffective jail surveillance systems, according to the report. Although a viable upgrade plan with committed funding and approval for implementation was established, sufficient progress has not been made, says the report. This is evidenced by the 3 escapees from the Central Men's Jail in January 2016. In 2014, after 6 years of investigation, the U.S. Department of Justice wrote a letter to the Sheriff's Department criticizing use of force, crowded conditions, supervision practices, medical care, and mental health care within Orange County jails. The federal investigation, which remains open, was prompted by the death of John Derek Chamberlain, a 41-year-old Mission Viejo man who was fatally beaten in 2006 by inmates in Orange County Jail who wrongfully thought he was a child molester. A lawsuit later alleged that a deputy didn't respond to the fight while he watched television, and the suit resulted in a $600,000 county payment to Chamberlain's family. A grand jury report later concluded that lax oversight by jailers contributed to Chamberlain's death.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but they cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. You know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it. But because this is nuts. 4 hours a day, and to save America. You know, but at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So, but getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. That is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal. And there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. Is, you know, monthly is, oh my god. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that's that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I'd appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know, we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself, 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know too, we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just unfreaking real. So if you can give more than that dream of everybody giving $1, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not. They're just not. So anyways, if you can give more than that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that, that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give, but there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is, and they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So, yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If I could, if the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now, where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran on, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran on no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. And then he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But, so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. Absolutely give way more than $1 a month. If you can, I appreciate anything. By the way, remember too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But, and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way, what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it, but it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So That case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know that $1 a month from everybody is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.